Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas. I can't believe it's Christmas tomorrow. It's crazy, right? Hello, Grainy. How are you? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mag Sprat. Nice to see you all. I thought I'd dress up as an elf today and have a Christmas tree as a background. We've got a couple of guests joining us, just running a little bit late, so I thought I'd start on time. I had to keep rescheduling this week because there's so much to do before Christmas, but I promise I will get back on full time as of Boxing Day, after Boxing Day. Hi, Claudia. Hello. Merry Christmas. Hello, Christine. Merry Christmas. Hi. Oh wow. Hello, Start Child Jess. Merry Christmas from Houston, Texas. Yes, it's exciting, isn't it? One day we all look forward to. I've been blasting the what's it called, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas, out of the car today. So I hope you guys are all well, and I thought we'd just go over a bit of news. And this really is concerning Prince Andrew. Apparently he's not going to Sandringham this year, after being forced out of the royal Christmas celebrations. This is quite a turnaround. I know there's a bit of a rift between him and King Charles, but he's declined to attend the annual festivities hosted by him amid his Chinese spy scandal. And there's talks of him moving abroad as well, which is interesting. It states here that he added the other royals need to distance themselves from him now to save any further embarrassment. So I think we've got a situation where he keeps making big mistakes or unwise choices, and it's leading to more friction between him and the royal family. So he's not going to be making the trip there. As we know, Harry and Meghan are not going over to Sandringham this year. They're still in sunny California. Prince Edward and wife Sophie were unhappy at the plans for them to share a cottage with Andrew over the festive period before he pulled out. And yes, he is not going to be going, but he will be spending his time with his beloved ex-wife. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yes, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you like the Christmas tree. Christmas tree background, and so obviously we know that Christmas card came out, and there was some kind of rolling eyes at the pictures with regards to the what is deemed as photoshopped. I'm going to just pull it up for us, just have a little look at it again. So this Christmas card, apparently, beautiful Christmas tree. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a big Christmas tree this year. I bought a nice new one. What are you guys all doing for Christmas anyway? What's your plans? Write in the comments what you're doing for Christmas. I haven't bought as much food this year as I normally would. Meghan and Harry's Christmas card. I just don't think we should need to eat as much, as we're kind of indulging too much stuff. So I just thought, right, this year I'm going to cut back on all of the crazy extra stuff that we just don't eat. And it's just a waste of money, I think. Right, okay. So I think we've gone over this before. I think loads of YouTubers have gone over this before. But I was looking at this and I did think, actually, you know what? There is a lot of truth behind this. You know, sometimes you just think we try and find some problems when there aren't any. And actually, I do believe that this is pretty evident that there's something, a bit of a miss here. We go down. So the Photoshop thing, the most Photoshop thing, and this isn't even circled in this picture, is the legs here. Can you guys see it? If I put it up on the screen. So the legs here, the bendy legs without any kneecaps. Isn't that interesting? And if we could just enlarge that for a minute, if you guys can see. I just find that really weird. That's not how legs bend. Do you really think, and this is the weirdest part of it all, you know, I didn't think they were going to put out a Christmas card. I made a bit of a boo-boo, and I put the wrong Christmas card out last week, and then this one did actually come out, and I thought, actually, will they even put a card out? And look, they have. I mean, this is the thing. I genuinely didn't think they were. I thought this was going to be like the last kind of. It's so late in the day to put one out as well. And I know that they're trying to depict different moments of their year. They're embracing the tour. They're showing us the, you know, how in love they are in this picture here. How, you know, meant to be showing and depicting Meghan with, you know, being a good role model and mother and all this, you know, hugging children. Classic good woman. And all these pictures are, you know, of them being happy and part of their year. But what I find a bit odd is they haven't included the kids as much as what I would have thought you would, because it's really meant to be about family Christmas. And yes, that's right, Louise. It is an advertisement more so than anything. It's very self-indulgent. And this picture really should be the forefront. The one with the children should be kind of the main focal point of the cards, in my opinion. But it's not. And it's all about their kind of projects it's focused on, which is interesting because they always like to just depict themselves as people that are very family orientated. And there's little kind of sign of that. And we've just got the back of the kids again. And they don't look like the same children, I've got to say. I just think, who are these kids? I couldn't pick them out up in a lineup. What does Star Child just say here? So I heard that they had a mole in the Sussex camp that leaked to Harry and Meghan that were going to release their cards, so that they beat him to it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I think, yeah, it was just after again, wasn't it? Was it after was it after Prince William and Princess Catherine released theirs? It's an interesting card. I think it's more about them and what they're doing, and just trying to prove a point that they're happy, and that they're in love or what have you. It's interesting, but these kids, like I say, I really don't believe these children. It's they look different in every picture, and this is the back of them here, and I'm just thinking, are these even their kids? Is this staged? And you've got to remember as well, these pictures, that they're quite pixelated. So especially this middle one, it's very pixelated, and you've got the shadows here as well of both Meghan and Harry. But if you have a little look, if I had the actual full picture, where the dog is standing, the black dog, There is no shadows of the dog at all, which is bizarre in itself, right? We all have shadows, even animals have shadows. So where and why is this staged? Um, and are these their children? Are these children hired? Have they hired these children to come and do this photo shoot? And they both look the same height as well, which doesn't really make sense considering they're not the same age. I know some kids are taller than others, but it's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? Um, so yes, I'm not sure. I do think it's very suspect, this picture, and I'm the middle one certainly is very different to the other 3, 4, 5. You've got this very pixelated, kind of hard to detect photo that I think's a little bit out of touch with the rest of them, and I feel like it has been fumbled and played around with a little bit. So someone's put here. So Paul Donham, Lily, I believe, is Hartford Clark. That the photo was taken from Stassi, recent Instagram, and manipulated. Hartford Clark in a green and pink dress walking same direction, hair and paving. Exactly. Yeah, there's lots of theories behind that it's not. It's been taken and changed, and it does look like a manipulated photo. The other ones are very clear and crisp. This one is just really suspect. So when the tabloids circle everything else, that's not really of interest to me. But this one is more so, and that's the one that hasn't been targeted or kind of pulled apart, which I find quite fascinating. Considering I would say that is the most altered photo out of the whole Christmas card. Yes, it does look rushed. Yes, it was rushed. Sussex released their card first, and it looks so rushed. It does look rushed, and again, I always think Christmas cards, they need to have some sort of festive look about them, or have, embrace the spirit of Christmas. And they're very family orientated. I always think that American Christmas cards always have the family kind of at the center or focal point of that card. And this looks actually more business-like, I think, than anything else, which is mad because that's not the point of a Christmas card. And it's almost like they're showing off their achievements, rather than celebrating the tradition of Christmas and what it stands for. So yes, it's like a celebration more of what they would consider their achievements. Yeah, definitely suspect with that middle one, and I'm sure there's going to be more photos like this out in the new year, where it just doesn't add up. And the kids, like I say, they do not look like the kids in other photos that we've got. They keep changing quite significantly, and I am starting to come onto the dark side. I'm going to start investigating the kids because Paula's here. I'm so sorry, Paula.
Happy
Hello.
Christmas, everybody.
Chatting away. Merry Christmas. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are
Every
you
I'm
doing?
great. I'm excited. I've got my elf costume on today. Because I'm Santa Claus in this house. They worked out that Santa isn't real, so they're
Oh,
fully aware now that there's no real. They wasn't upset, the kids, at all when they found out. I cried for a day when I was a kid. It's when Santa
mm,
wasn't real.
yeah.
How are
I don't know if I
you?
believe I'm doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you. Well, yeah, so you're talking about the Christmas card.
Well, yeah. I know. We covered it on your show last week, but the more I look at that picture and the bendy knees, I just think. And there's no shadows from the animals as well. It looks very manipulated, very pixelated as well. If you compare it to all of the other ones, Paula, it
Mm,
doesn't quite fit, does it?
no, no. But then all the photos are heavily filtered, all of them. All of
Yes, they
them are
are.
heavily. Oh, sorry, that's City. all of them are heavily filtered, you know. I have this, I have, for example, sorry about City, you're gonna hear her bark because somebody's
It's
coming to
okay.
the house, but don't worry about it. For example, I have this, I'll show you this picture. Let's see.
Oh,
One is
I like your heads. What have you got on your head?
it's a little
Let
thing
me
with
just get
Christmas.
this off now I
Yeah.
can see your head properly. Hold on a minute. Let's have
Mm.
a little look at your head. Oh, wonderful. That's lovely.
I
How are
have
you
3 of them. I
feeling?
have one with the antlers.
You look great. How are you feeling? You okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
just my eyes. They're sore a bit.
Looking forward to Christmas tomorrow, Paula.
Well, for us, it's Christmas today.
I know, I know. So some people celebrate on the 24th, don't they?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
more
yes,
so than others.
yeah.
And I think so Finland, like the Netherlands, they kind of do the same thing. Is it fish on the Christmas Eve? Is that
Well,
correct?
in Norway, they have something called
Norway, yeah.
ribba, which is like actually pork,
Okay.
which is, I mean, it's the weirdest thing for me. And, I like my turkey, my cranberry sauce, my mashed potatoes, my Brussels sprouts cooked with bacon bits,
Mm.
all in the gravy. I like that. I've never liked the ribba, which is like literally pork, a whole thing of pork, so
Yeah.
it's, yeah, it was very heavy. Yeah, I'm not very much into Norwegian food, to tell you the truth. So, no.
Yeah,
So
I'm
everyone's
not
listening.
we don't eat pork anymore. So I don't and we don't really do I mean I do Christmas Eve boxes here. I mean what traditions do you guys in the side chat do at Christmas? Because I think it varies all over the world really, doesn't it? And I think we kind of do it to our own kind of tune, I think, rather
Well,
than
I'm gonna go
anything
to
else.
mass. I did a lunch for all the girls at the shelter that were at there at the school, and it's not like had a shelter. I did it yesterday because, of course, the 24th here is pretty much everything is shut down and stuff. So we had that lunch thing for all the gorgeous ladies, and then the ones that are at the shelter. And I want to thank those of you who donated to help that. I want to thank Claudia Salas. She really helped me out with make that happen, because yeah,
Oh, well
yeah,
done,
yeah,
Claudia.
yeah. She's
She's one of your biggest subscribers, right? She helps
yeah,
you
yeah.
out a lot, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
she's
Yeah.
amazing. She's amazing. She's been helping me so much at the shelter.
Oh, that's
So
brilliant.
thank you. If it hadn't been for her, I wouldn't have been able to do the lunch for them and buy them a little gift and stuff like that. So, hey, yeah, I'm very thankful for that. I'm
Oh
thankful for
well,
everything. I'm thankful for
well,
the
it's a good cause that you're doing, and it helps. Is it Women in Refuge that you're
well,
helping?
it was the school, but the school, I'm done with the school because it's too much trouble, and they're giving me a lot of trouble here renewing the school permit because they want to put it in the government, and I don't want that. Um, because they don't get the education that we give them. It's just a lot of bureaucracy. So, and it was just too much for me. Like even
Mm,
400 kids, and then we went down to 100. But it's a lot, especially when all the donors left the country. So I literally used to go to bed every day wondering how I was gonna pull off tomorrow. It was so stressful for me. So now
no.
it's shelter, and I have right now 27 lovely ladies between the ages of 14 to 17. So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. So I'm
lovely.
very happy.
Is are they there because of DV, or what is the kind of
Well
reason there?
well, these are girls that, have always lived in the streets. They grew up poor. They don't even have a birth certificate because they're born sometimes on the field, and they never get registered. Their mothers abandoned them. So some of them were being, abused and stuff like that on the streets. So, and they didn't have anywhere to go. So I decided to change the whole thing
Mm,
into a whole, like huge hallway, and they had like partitions, and they had the little beds, their little I mean, something so stupid as where you put your wardrobe? How do you call that? Where you put your
oh,
clothes?
like the cut. What? Yeah, wardrobe, or you
A
mean like
wardrobe,
a
just to hang
clothes?
your
Yeah, yeah.
clothes, and
Mm,
or have, Kotex availability to Kotex, that they never had because they would use dirty paper, like whatever they found in the street. Or they would be, yeah. So for them, and I built the bathrooms and stuff. So for them, it's very humbling. It's very humbling how grateful these people are. So when I hear Harry and Meghan Markle complaining about what they have, what they what they still don't have, complaining rather than being grateful. And this is one of the biggest things. Thank you, Lori K. This is one of the biggest things, that they are never grateful for anything. Meghan Markle was picked from the gutter because this woman was going nowhere. The reason why she was flying over to the UK to find a man and work is because nobody wanted to hire her. She had burnt her bridges in North America. Why else would she be flying to the UK looking to appear in reality shows or whatever,
She did tell her friends that was her mission, wasn't it? To go
Yeah.
and get a rich, wealthy Englishman, preferably a prince. So she
No,
got
not
there.
a
I mean,
prince. No, she just wanted a wealthy man, but it's just, it's incredible, like,
And can I just say as well, just sorry, just to butt in very quickly, these kids, going back to that photo, can we just have a look at their hair? Now, I know this isn't rite of passage for everyone, and I know all about chromosomes and recessive genes and blah de blah de blah, but I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. The the ginger gene is very, very strong. Yeah, very strong. Oh, I got you back. Is very, very strong. Why is it that doesn't seem to be a hint of ginger in them kids' hair?
well,
It's
they have to
it's
dye the
very
color of
strong.
the hair because they have to, because if you look at what they portrayed on Netflix, when Archie Little Helper in the kitchen, the kid's hair is brown. It's not red, and they do like r- carrot top, red.
Yeah,
You
well,
know
I
what I
just
mean?
know.
It's not
I've
just
got a lot of
it's not
ginger
just like
friends, and
auburn. It's
I
not
know
just like
it's a
auburn
strong
or
gene.
anything like that. It's not like light hair. It's like it it's brutally red.
Yeah, yeah,
But
and
and the
this
ginger gene,
yeah,
she has it on
it
her
does
side of the
pass
family too.
through, and even mixed race children, if you have a ginger parent, normally they have the ginger hair still comes out on with the child because it is so strong, and it doesn't really filter through. I mean, obviously, there's always exceptions to the rule, and there will be. And I'm just saying that I would have expected at least one of their children to have ginger hair, and that doesn't seem very ginger to me. The back
No,
of their
but they
hair,
do they do Photoshop it that way
yes, but why would you do that though?
because she's desperate for those kids to be white. Don't you remember when Harry said, "Oh, Lily has blue, 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 blue eyes," and when he said he looks like Megan, he meant to say Doria, you know, because men and because Megan's side of the family and her father, they're Irish, Scottish, German, so you're likely to have white too and blue eyes as well.
Mm,
Like if I believe both her half siblings are have blue eyes and have reddish hair, you know.
mm,
So yeah, no,
mm.
it's insane. It's insane. I
I
think
just feel like the kids look
it's been
different in
very
every picture, and you couldn't tell. Normally, you get you can you can still recognize a child sight, the shape, there's something you can recognize with even with the back of somebody, but they're different in every photo. I would not be able to tell
well, they're
you.
different actors
Yeah, that's the one.
that they hire. I mean, uh, okay, I'm gonna show you a picture here. I'm gonna show you this picture here, and you can share it. Okay,
Yes, let's go.
you can share it.
Yeah, so this I know this picture. She's got the tinge of strawberry blonde, what I would
No,
call
no, no,
that,
but haven't
but
you
it's
noticed
not
something?
very
Haven't you noticed
strawberry.
something?
Yes.
It was so badly photoshopped that even Megan's hair looks ginger.
You're right. It's very light in color, isn't it?
Yep. So apparently Megan is a ginger because
But
I
her
haven't
skin color
photoshopped it. I
changes
haven't
as
taken
well.
anything of that. I literally clipped a photo and put it there. Look, I'm gonna enlarge it for people to see it, and just gonna see Megan's hair, and you're gonna see how red it is.
Oh, I said if coughing fit.
Look, look how red it is. Are you watching it? Are you looking at it?
I am. I know, and I can see. I can see there is that light of she's got that ginger
Is how they
tone. It's
photoshopped it.
warm.
I haven't photoshopped it. I haven't
Oh,
taken it. I haven't done anything. I literally just clipped her from the photo that they put out that supposedly Miss Harriman took without any Photoshop. And we can see there's Photoshop because her
yeah.
hair has never been red. But if you
No,
look at it, even the roots of her
it's
afro
it's
look
a
red.
warm color. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's reddish. That is not even, that is reddish.
Also, I do believe her skin changes color in each photo. She's very light here. She's washed. I don't get it. Her arm. Sorry. Thank you, honesty and truth. By the way, the whole fraud about the children will be exposed. Brit journalists are finally asking questions about their insulting nonsense. The pair are riff raff. The truth is coming out. Peace and America. Thank you so much, honesty and truth. I really appreciate that. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that very much. Um, if you look at her arm, if you go lower down, Paula,
Mm.
she is very white in it. Oh, that's a top, isn't it? Oh, so that's a
That's the
fade.
top.
That's a fade. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
that's
fade
it. Do you
top.
think
But
that's
look
a, do
how
you think
red.
that's a
I just
Photoshop
want you to look at
fade?
here. Look how red the hair is.
Mm, yeah.
Look how red, even here, how red the whole. This was clearly
Mm,
photoshopped to give her red hair, to give this kid red hair. If you look, the eyes are not that blue. You know that a lot of kids sometimes start with blue eyes and then end up with brown eyes. So I mean, Megan is as racist as they come. And I mean, just to show you the Photoshop, you're going to see this picture here. I want you to show this picture.
I think Louise. I think the dad is a bit ginger. It has that
They're all
tone in
ginger.
his
Even
hair
her
as
half brother
well.
is ginger. Her
So
half brother
even
is also ginger.
Megan, yeah. So they would
But
be
she has
that gene
never
would
been
be
ginger.
strong in that
She has
family.
never been ginger, though. She's black afro. That's what
Yes.
she's always had.
Yes. But from her white side, that gene I think is in her as well. I know you have
Oh,
to
no,
have two
of course. But to have
dominants
two ginger kids,
recessive to be,
no.
yeah.
And we know that's not the case because we've seen the photos on People magazine that they put out there that they are like you see that the kid's hair is brown. It's not like,
Mm.
you know,
Well,
show this
Lala's
picture
saying there is a
again.
filter on it, and I mean, yes, they are heavily filtered, and obviously, I mean, most people filter their photos, but it's a very it to the extent where you look completely different, then we're not really getting the real kind of look on either the children
Yeah.
or her, because her tone changes. And I mean, I don't know why, but she looks different in a lot of photos.
Yeah.
And that's her
Well, show
skin
the one that
tone.
I'm showing you right now. Share that.
Mm.
That's exactly the same day.
Oh no. Is that not just made to look worse, the real
No, no,
one?
no. No, that's the real picture. That's the one that wasn't photoshopped.
Oh wow. Are you sure? Because that is
I
quite extreme, isn't it?
yeah, no, no. That's
Wow.
the real picture.
Mm. Mm. I mean, I think this is the culture that we're living in anyway. Everything is heavily edited when it comes to
Yeah,
the
but if you
media
notice,
and
look at
putting
Princess
things
Catherine's
online.
pictures, they take the pictures of her. I don't even know why Getty Images doesn't flag these pictures because they flag Catherine's.
Mm. Yeah, it's very
And
difficult
Catherine,
being older as a woman in general, isn't it? Because you're meant to uh, age gracefully and not do this and not do that. But as women, it's almost like sometimes I feel like we've got a shelf life, and
yeah, but
and
the
then
problem I have with Meghan is the
mm,
following. is that she has to be beautiful. All her fans are she's the most sexiest, most beautiful woman, naturally sexy, beautiful. They always complained that Catherine was too thin, and now that Meghan Markle is a walking sack of bones because of Ozempic. Oh, they don't comment on that, right? But when Catherine, who's naturally thin and sporty, they were going after her. They were going after Catherine's having wrinkles in her forehead because they don't really Photoshop Catherine's pictures, especially when they're getting and she goes to
No.
events. Even right now at the carol, you can see when she's talking the expressions, and they shame her for being naturally beautiful and showing her facial expressions and expression lines and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, no, I do. I think if that is the real contrast of her, then that's very interesting. How has she gotten away with not looking like that in Colombia and
Because have you
Michigan?
noticed how filtered the pictures were?
They can do that with videos now, right? So they can
Even the
filter you
video. Did
on
you
a
notice
camera.
did you notice the video? Each and every video they took, they were all like they have that like brown filter, their faces. If you look at her picture, let me see. I'm going to show you this picture because this is taken from directly from they took this clip directly from the what you call it from the Colombian thing.
Yeah.
She never allowed. Remember when that woman took that picture on Instagram and uploaded it, and the real face showed, and she was a Sussex squatty, and she was literally canceled for putting Megan the way she really looks. But I'm gonna show you this thing. This is the
Thank
one
you,
that I want.
Emma. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas, Victoria and Paula. Have a fabulous day tomorrow. Thank you all for the wonderful podcast this year. Sending lots of love from your best fan. Thank you so much, Emma. For everybody, wishing you a happy Christmas because we're really excited and thank you for joining us this year. Really appreciate your support and subscribing and stuff. Honestly, guys, you've been the best. We've had a great time with you this year.
Let me
Sorry,
show
go on,
you.
Paula.
No, no, no. This is the one that she had. I keep putting the one. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, I'm going to share this. This is the card that you were showing, but I'm going to show you something here so you can notice. Okay, here. If you look at this picture, are you sharing it?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to enlarge it even more. You see how beige the color is and how blurry the pictures are?
Mm.
Even the one with Harry here, how
That
blurry.
one's the two at the side are quite blurry, aren't they? So
This
yeah,
one as
the
well.
the left and the bottom left and right. Yeah.
This one as well. This one was Photoshop as well, but this one you can see the brown filters. You see the filters that they use?
Yeah.
Look how that Harry, you can even see hair. Look at the one in the middle. Harry looks like he has hair, but even those are Photoshop. But this is the
Mm,
filters they use.
mm. Yes, the lighting there is heavy on them, and the middle one I think you can do as well. It's like the lighting for sky, and it goes up, and then you can do layers of editing on that. I mean, do you think that's done by a professional photographer, or is that
Oh
something
no, no,
that's
no.
done
They
on a
demand
phone?
that. They have these cameras. They came with their
Mm,
camera crew.
yeah.
And they have these filters that immediately, because for example, the ones when they went to Colombia and they went to that cultural thing where Harry was all chummy with a woman,
Mm,
all of them were um, used through filter. They had a bunch of
really?
specifications that these filters were to be used, not to do close-ups or anything like that, because then it looks too wrinkled. Even the message that they sent to Colombia for that global children conference is heavily filtered.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
And so this well-crafted look that she wants to put out there
She
and
just doesn't
and
want to show her real face, that she's not an attractive woman. That's all there's to it. Meghan Markle is not an attractive woman, period. She is half passable. That's about it. But she's very wrinkled. I mean, she's even with the Botox, even with the surgeries. This is why she doesn't want close-up pictures, or if they do, she has to have absolute control on how she looks because she knows that she sells herself as this gorgeous, naturally gorgeous woman. You know what I mean? When
Y-
she's wrinkled, her skin she has very bad skin. Like even her neck is saggy when she went to the thing with call it with that Paley honors for Tyler Perry, and she goes like this, and you can see all. I don't even have those wrinkle guys.
Do you know, I always feel uncomfortable talking about what she looks like.
I
I
don't,
just
but
really don't
no,
like doing that
I'm
about
not. I'm not.
women.
I'm the only reason why I criticize her is because she's trying. That's part of her persona that nobody's like her. That she's more beautiful. Even that CBS interview is heavily filtered because
Mm.
that's part of her persona. Nobody's more gorgeous than I am. I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. This is why I got it. I am the most talented. When we talk about what her lack of talent is pretty much the same thing. She doesn't have
Mm.
any,
Mm.
you know, that she
No.
calls herself the most gorgeous woman in the
But
world.
I think to
No.
control what you look like to that extent is, in itself is a red flag, because that is it shows a very controlling behavior, and to be that worried about what you look like everywhere you go, and how your photo comes out, it would be exhausting, wouldn't it?
Well, she doesn't want to admit that she's 43. Period.
Yeah,
And she's
well,
not aging well. She looks like she's 50 or something, you know?
what do you think do you think that she's someone's put in this in the comments, smoker's skin? Do you think she's bunning the weed with Harry?
I don't know what she's doing, like, but, you know,
I mean, what do you think of what do you think of what's going on with Prince Andrew at the moment?
that's actually quite terrible. I think because he's planning on going to Abu Dhabi just like King Juan Carlos,
Yes.
it's absolutely terrible. And I know that people feel sorry for Andrew, and they shouldn't feel sorry for Andrew because I just found out because of the book that's coming out that he order security protocols to be violated by not allowing security to down the names of the people he was smuggling into Buckingham Palace.
Oh, wow.
That is serious breach of protocol. And in Andrew, what's my favorite Andrew? He has Andrew Gold. I interviewed one of the bodyguards, and he said that a lot of the times they were told when Ghislaine would come in and out, they never wrote down her name because they didn't want it. They were ordered not to write her names down. So you don't know how many times they were there and what other people were
Yeah.
allowed in. You
Oh, and
know
that just shows that there might have been a hell of a lot of people that were never written down, and you wouldn't
exactly,
know.
and that is a huge breach of protocol. I did a video yesterday. Please go watch it, guys. It's about because one of my major points that I don't believe Harry and Meghan is because, according to the protocol, they have to, they have to notify the Queen and their head of security when a royal lady is about to give birth, right? That's
Mm.
that is a must, just like it is a must to include the name of every person that goes into Buckingham Palace because and first of all, Buckingham Palace is not even theirs. It belongs to the people.
Mm.
They
Yeah, of
don't
course. Yeah, it's
they
not. It's
don't,
the
so they
taxpayers.
shouldn't be
Mm.
dictating because that's literally a government building. It's part of the royal crown thing. So the royal family, they don't own it.
Mm.
Okay. So the monarch who's there occupies it while he or it's a monarch, but not anything else. So it is incredible to me that they decide to violate the security because you don't know if these people planted listening devices there because the queen met with prime ministers every Monday or whatever to discuss serious matters of state. You don't know if those people planted things, listening devices or whatever, because Andrew was allowing them in and allowing them everywhere. And then you have,
He seems a little bit naive, like almost like he's a little bit of
no, he's not
that he seems
naive. He
quite
was no,
young in his
no, no.
mind.
He
I mean,
was getting paid. He's
remember he
corrupt.
does have teddy bears on his bed,
That's
Paula, that he
please. Oh, no,
kisses
no,
and
no, no, no.
cuddles.
I know criminals who are hardened criminals, and they like certain things that are childlike, but it doesn't make him childish. You know what I mean? This man
Mm,
is corrupt along with his wife. The only reason why Zara Fergie has never left, she has never allowed this man to remarry by remaining living there. So,
no.
because if he remarried, then she's completely out of the picture. And she's a huge part of, because she got herself indebted. People were praising her. Oh, she got herself out of debt. Yeah, but it's the same debt she got herself in to begin with.
Mm,
You know what
mm,
I mean? And then
mm.
she sold the queen. She was selling secrets. She was trashing the royal family. She was trashing Princess Diana. She was threatening right now to write a book, I tell her, and there's a book that's coming out right now about her. Ooh, we're gonna find out a lot. Beatrice receiving money from these Chinese people. This is not good. You know, all the Yorks are absolutely corrupt.
Well, they've always really hanging on by their fingernails and gripping onto what they can get. And Fergie, I mean, she's shown her true colours in the past anyway with her tell-all book and
Yeah.
everything else she does. She's quite aggressive with what she comes out with, and she's
I heard certain reporters saying, "Well, he's gonna have to sell secrets and write a book because you know what else has he got to do? How about him downgrading his way of life and live according to his means, you know, uh, like everybody else?" Oh, but he's used to living in Paris. Well, tough crap. You know, like you are not that person. You are corrupt. You've been caught in so many scandals. And what I'm really angry about is that, you know, he was trade ambassador for a few years, right? And you know that man who bought that mansion that the queen had given them that was called, I don't know, it's like compared to Neverland. And they couldn't sell it for years. The asking price was like 15 million pounds. They couldn't sell it. It was on the market for years. And then after one of his trips to Kazakhstan, suddenly one of those very wealthy billionaires from that place bought it for 18 million pounds, 3 million pounds over the asking price. And the documents of his work as trade ambassador, which should not be any secret because it's just commerce, trade, are not going to be released until 2065.
oh dear. Mm, another
Why?
secret to
Why?
hold.
If you see the because he was the trader, it's trade commerce, you know, to foster good relations. So they increase commerce with the United Kingdom. Why are those documents sealed until 2065?
Like most things that get sealed, it's so we don't have an outrage at that moment in time, and we, you know, what is done and did, it's too late. And I think the dynamic, like you were saying about earlier about and corruption, Louise, exactly. Um, it is the dynamics changed completely now, Paula, because obviously the Queen Andrew was the Queen's favourite, and now she's not here anymore. The whole dynamic of that has changed. He no longer is going to get the privileges that he was accustomed to, because I think King Charles has a different relationship with him than that of the Queen. What do you think?
Well, the fact that they haven't kicked Fergie out. Why is she still there? Why is this woman still hanging around? She has never left. This woman, you know why it was so easy for her to dig herself out of debt? Because she exploited the royal title. Otherwise, nobody would have given her the time of day. Oprah made, she gave the interviews with Oprah. Too bad that you know that I can't. Now they're almost gone. Where she trashed the queen, how she was, oh, the men in gray complaining, pretty much Meghan Markle, exactly. How she's always the victim, not that she was screwing around or doing what the things that she was doing, no. And then when when they caught her and she had to leave, you know, it's like she didn't want to. let go of the lifestyle that she'd gotten used to, and she dug herself in a big hole. She went to the United States. She was selling everything as the Duchess of York, the Duchess of York book, the Duchess of York at selling things at Hera, the Duchess of York at Weight Watchers, the Duchess, and another of the reasons that she was able is because she was living free, rent free everywhere she went, especially at the palaces, because she's been there forever. So this woman has never had to pay a phone bill either. She doesn't know what it is like to pay rent or to have to worry about rent because she's been living off of other people. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein gave her like what, as the one on record is $15,000. And then we saw her when she was caught selling access to Andrew for £500,000. That's almost $750,000. And it seemed that she'd done it quite often, and because of the manner in which she conducted herself. Yeah, put the money there, and yeah, yeah, you got it. Yeah. So there's clearly that
I
she
think
has been doing this corrupt businesses with Andrew.
they've been getting a free
Hello,
ride for a very
Molly.
long
Hello,
time
Megan
because
Small.
I
Hello,
just want to.
Molly's on the chat. Hello,
Oh,
sweet.
hello.
I hope you're feeling better,
Honesty and
gorgeous.
truth, but has given another £10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Again, it's very kind of you. The royals need to keep the duchies of the sovereign grant, not both. They appear greedy, doing both, especially with UK people suffering due to taxes, e-tech, and benefits being withdrawn. And you're completely right. I mean, when everybody else is struggling, honesty and truth, you have this thing where there is a build up of resentment from people that really have nothing and are going to food banks and are struggling to get presents for their children, and you've got the leeches that are living off of King Charles and not really providing a
I don't know. Wait a
service. In
minute. He
fact, all they're
allows it.
doing.
He allows this. Like Megan Small is saying, the Duchess of Pork. Like he allows it. I was shocked to see this woman walk last year. Remember when she walked to that church thing, and they had to actually pull her out because she was making a mockery of it all. And then for Easter service, it's like, what is this woman doing here? Apparently, because Camilla has a friendship with her. Well, I don't think very highly of Camilla, but so you are the friends you keep.
Of course. Merry Christmas, Megan Small. Thank you for joining us. Come on next time. Come and do a live with us next time. We'd love to have
Yeah,
you on.
yeah, yeah. We're
I've
only once
missed
a
you. I
day at
haven't seen you
four.
in so long. It's been
Yeah,
ages.
yeah, we
Um,
missed her. Yeah,
but
but she's
yeah,
she's been sick. She's been very
yeah,
sick
I
past two
know.
days.
I think this weather is, and it's up and down all the time. I really think it affects your health. Yeah, so like you were saying, I do think I know what you mean that they allow it. But I think King Charles is looking to change things. But what he
But
has
he
to
could have done
do.
that. He could have just kicked them out. He could have.
Yeah, but
He has
remember,
enough reason.
remember how delicate, how he needs to handle this, because
Why?
he has to do it in a delicate fashion. If he goes guns blazing with Prince Andrew, he's another person that could go up against the royal family and
Well,
cause
so what? Prince
complete.
Andrew right now is not well loved. Anything that he has to say, they have a hell of a lot more dirt on him than he has on the royal family, and he knows that. At least Fergie should have been kicked out because she didn't sign to be on the lease, and she has shown to be a liability and a person who was given access. According to the law, this woman should have been in jail for at least 2 years after she was videotaped. This is on video, her getting money like she's done it many, many times. And I know that the defense, oh, she was set up. No, it had gotten around that she was doing this. So this is how they knew how to set it up, because she had been doing it for quite some time. So that's how when the police does operations, sting operations, and it's because they catch this drug. So they suspect that they're doing something. They know that they're doing it, but they don't know how to infiltrate. So they get somebody and they set them up because they know that this is what this person is doing, whether it's a drug lord or whatever.
Listen, I totally agree with you that they shouldn't be leeching off the royal family any longer, and they are literally rinsing the cash and not doing anything. And if you're not doing a public service, then please leave the building. However, I think King Charles is very cautious. His own son has stabbed him in the back. So
But he
what
has
would be the
allowed it. I'm
likelihood?
sorry. He
Yeah,
has
but
allowed this
you
whole
can't stop
mess to
people from
continue.
talking. You can only stop people from talking if you play the game
On top
correctly.
of what, Victoria?
You
Harry and
can't.
Meghan are proven liars. Harry and
Yes, but
Meghan, not worldwide.
it's still put a
People
dent in the
So
royal family.
please, no, every time they open their mouths, they put a dent in their own. You know the saying 365 days, 365 ways. That's usually supposed to be positive, that each day is a possibility to start, right? Well, for here is 365 days, 365 lies. I mean, every day is a lie. Everybody knows that they exaggerating. Everybody knows that. So what? They do their worst. So what?
I
Everybody knows that they what did you say? Did you read Spare? Oh, I
I
put that
didn't
on
read
my
them. I
toucher.
read
I wanted to kill my
extracts of
dad.
it.
I wanted to
Oh,
kill my dad. I put that on my toucher. Oh, Catherine didn't give Megan a lipstick.
the oscillating Todger was one of my favorite lines from that book.
I mounted a woman. I mounted a woman. I
He
mean,
mounted a woman behind a pub.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that they're not proven liars, and I get that, but in the very beginning, when they broke that interview with Oprah, look at the carnage it caused, and I think King Charles
at
does
the
not want
beginning, no, 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 wait a
the
minute.
same
Wait a minute.
drama from Prince Andrew and
It
Fergie because he
backfired.
knows what they're like.
Uh-uh. It backfired hugely to the point that Oprah took it down. And Oprah is not proud of that thing anymore. You don't see it anymore. That was a huge, it backfired enormously on them to the point that Oprah was trying to do damage control later on, going on these things. So I never said it was a bombshell. You literally, you literally said it was a bombshell interview. You know, like they were backtracking because the backlash of the lies that they said were so blatant and so obvious. And that interview looked bad on Harry because Meghan made it sound like she was all alone without her husband because she wanted to portray the Princess Diana image when she was indeed alone because Charles didn't help her. Nobody helped Princess Diana. Everybody wanted to help her. So it made Harry look like an idiot because I remember the headlines. People were saying, "Well, where was Harry? What do you mean you were alone? You have Harry sitting there like an idiot." And even when Harry tried to say something to her, "Oh, nobody told me anything," and he tried to interfere, she's like, put her claw on him, and is like, "Shut up." It's like,
Hmm.
no,
No,
that was
and I get what you're saying, but I'm just trying to see it from King Charles's point of view. He might just not be ready for the big drama that will come and unfold from him kind of saying, right, no more now, and completely cutting them off. I think what he's trying to do is do it bit by bit, so it's not so much of a
bit by
shock
bit.
when they
What are you
leave.
talking about? They're on the royal website, and he's advertising their commercial website as an official website in an official monarchy's website. Instead of saying, why does he have that link to begin with? He shouldn't be advertising for them. The royal website,
Do you not think there must be more of a reason to him for not
no,
completely
no, he
getting rid
doesn't
of
have
him?
the
There
backbone
has
to do
to
it. He
be.
does not have the backbone to do it. That's
Um,
all there is
so
to it.
So I just want to clear something up very quickly. So when I said the ginger gene, yes, so what I meant is the ginger gene is recessive, and I know this. However, what I was trying to say as well, so I'll just share a picture very quickly. If you look at images, just bear with me. If you look here, I'm going to share the screen. To apologise, I'm a bit slow. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Right. Can you get a picture of Thomas Markle up, Jr.?
Who, me?
Yeah. Let me
No,
have a
I don't
look.
want to download anything that has to do with Tom and
Oh, no.
Michael.
No, but I just want to show a picture of his hair
I
very
haven't
quickly.
shown it. It's not showing on the screen.
Why is it not letting me do that?
You have to
Slide.
present, share, and then click the
Yeah,
one that
I'll
you
stop
want to show.
sharing. That's why. Hold on. That's why. Because it was what I've done is I didn't stop the sharing from the last one. Right. If you just look at this one here, if you look now, he's got a hint of ginger in his hair, hasn't he, guys? If you see that. So they both got the recessive gene, and that is what I'm saying. Harry would have it as two Ds, dominant genes, because he's got the ginger. So if he's got ginger hair, she's definitely going to have the recessive gene. I mean, she might not, but it's very unlikely that she doesn't. So that
I'm
was
just
my
gonna
point.
I'm not
I
naked. I'm
think
wearing a shirt that's skin tone. Somebody's asking if I'm naked. Yeah, right. This is my bra right here. I'm wearing, like, yeah. No, I'm not naked.
it's not Naked Thursday. It's only Thursdays Paula gets
Yeah.
naked, isn't it?
Yes, it is. No, no. I mean, it's like that belly of Meghan. It looked like a flag moving everywhere. It's like it looked like the belly was dancing salsa somewhere in somebody else's body, the way it was shaking everywhere. Never seen a belly like that in my life. I mean, and I have never denied that she cannot squat. This is what I want to show you guys, because my comment has always been that you can squat at 8 months pregnant, but not like that. You need to make space for the belly, like this lady. Share it.
Oh
Share,
wow.
share.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Especially because Megan had a belly that seemed like she was like 10, 11, 20. She was carrying triplets. So the reason why this lady opens the legs is because there's a huge bump and she has to make space, because otherwise she falls back. Because if she closes her legs, where is the belly going to go?
Mm, mm. No, well, I mean that's yeah, when you're pregnant, it's very obvious when you're pregnant, isn't it? And that is so she was definitely pregnant in that picture.
Yeah, she was supposed to be almost 8 months pregnant.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, mm,
Yeah,
mm.
yeah. I mean, I have never said you can't squat. I was playing volleyball, but of course I wasn't diving or anything like that or making big jumps or anything. But you can be active. You can squat and open and all the way down to the floor, but you have to make space for the legs. And we should congratulate Ron, shouldn't we?
Ron.
Yeah,
Oh, has he had the baby?
yeah. He sent me the pictures this morning.
Oh, that's
Like, I don't want
lovely.
to show them until no, I can't show them because until he
No,
shows.
no. Oh, so was the
He
baby
shows.
born today?
Yeah, Star was born today,
Oh,
guys. So go
oh,
to his
that's
channel. I'm not gonna show
lovely.
any pictures, but I started crying because it was so cute. She looks so cute. She's
Oh,
so beautiful. She's so
oh,
beautiful.
is
I
her
can
name
guarantee you
Star?
that Dan was not let go after an hour.
Oh, I'll have to message him and say
Yes,
congratulations.
yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
lovely. Oh, bless him. Another baby. What a lovely present for Christmas. A
Yes, and she's
baby.
very pretty. She's really pretty.
Oh, very
She's
cute. Oh, it's
really,
lovely.
really pretty. So I woke up to the news and I see all these pictures and I'm like, oh, that Ron sent me. It's like, oh my God, she's just so
Oh,
gorgeous.
oh, I love babies. The
Baby
only, the
Nova
only,
Star
the
is
only
born.
thing, the only thing with babies is, it's hard work. It's
Not
not
really.
easy.
Not really. No,
Oh,
I didn't find it
oh, I
hard work
didn't
with my
sleep very
son.
much with mine.
Yeah,
I was just
Nova
a
was
walking
born today.
zombie.
Nova
It is one.
Star was born today.
Her name's Nova. That's a beautiful name. I love that
Isn't
name.
it? I
Really
never thought of that
pretty.
name.
Yeah,
Nova, that's a very, very
very
pretty
nice.
name.
Very
So get on
pretty.
to
Yeah,
congratulate Ron. I'm not gonna show
yeah,
you the pictures until he shows it or does a
yeah.
video.
Let him do that. That's up to
Yeah.
him, isn't
But
it?
we have
That's
to say congratulations to the mother and the new father.
yes,
They're
yes.
amazing.
Well done, Ron.
Well
Congratulations.
done, Dan.
And well done, both of you. I
Both of
don't know.
them,
I don't
yes,
know
of
his wife,
course,
but
of
well done,
course.
both of you. Well done.
And I can tell you that
Excellent.
that was a real child, unlike the ones that we've been shown.
Well, I just feel like they're going to great lengths either to hide the
Emma,
children
did you see the
or
pictures? Where did you see the pictures? Emma Torres is saying, Emma
maybe
Thomas,
they have shown them, but
look, I'm
let's
gonna
not
go
do it
to,
here just in case. I'd rather him do it. It's up to him,
yeah.
isn't it?
Let me see if he's shown them because I don't know if he's shown them. I don't think he has, but I guess I looked at
On
his.
Discord, I think maybe on Discord. Yeah, he'll let him do it in his own time.
Yeah,
Um, it's
and let's see if he has a
beautiful.
post or anything. No. No, he doesn't
Oh,
have.
Christine Gilbert, why do you believe that Andrew was was I don't
This
believe
part,
Andrew was
he shared them on
ah.
this part. Okay.
So why do you believe that, Christine? Because I actually think that he was um her favourite. I don't think he
I
should
don't
have
think it was her favorite. I really think it was Prince Edward. No, I think it was
really.
Princess Anne. I think it was Princess Anne, her favorite.
I think Princess Anne is very much like the Queen. I think she would have been made a really good Queen, Princess Anne, actually,
I,
if
I
things
think
were
that she
different.
liked Princess Anne because Princess Anne was like the queen, no nonsense, like
Very
very
stoic.
much like
Mm.
Prince Philip. So and she adored her husband. So it's her only daughter. I believe that it was Princess. And if you look, Princess Anne was with her most of her at the very end.
Yes, she's the most like the Queen, stoic, courageous, no nonsense, loves horses. They had a lot in common, didn't they, as well?
Yeah.
I think she would have, and she does a lot for charities, but it's very kind. She keeps it very quiet, and I think that's very humble of her, and it's something we could all aspire to be like. Actually, if we had the opportunity to be like that, I think we all would all like to be. Um, so what do you think the future holds then for Prince Andrew?
I can see him retiring to Abu Dhabi.
Mm,
Did you know that the MI6 cannot investigate the royal family?
say that
But
again.
the MI6 is not allowed to investigate any member of the royal family.
Oh. Mm.
And as I said before, because there were so many people but we have to wonder if he's the only one who's done it. I'm telling you, if he let people into Buckingham Palace, who's to say that he didn't let him into the Queen's, where she conducted businesses and how all those meetings with the prime ministers where they discuss serious stuff? Who's to say that he
Mm.
didn't bring him there and they planted a listening device? And we don't know because that that particular entry was never recorded.
And well, anything's possible. I mean, I don't know if you're that there are some freakish laws around the royal family anyway, and they're very well protected. Um, do you think that he will be investigated further?
Well, I know that the FBI tried to investigate him and they were blocked by the government, the UK government. So this is
Mm.
why I say it's going to be reciprocal the thing for Harry, because now when the UK ask a favor of the FBI in regards to Harry, they're going to block them. I think
Mm.
Harry's on his way out of the United States. Okay, this is my prediction for 2025. The visa records are going to be shown. Harry's going to be shown to have lied. He's going to have to go through the regular process as everybody else. He's going to be
Mm.
politely asked to leave. Meghan won't
Mm.
follow. Meghan is going to blame the evil Trump government. And she shouldn't really blame the evil Trump government because she should follow her husband just like her husband followed her. Um, and they're going to try to integrate Harry and Meghan back into royal working family members because, of course, Meghan would have to follow, and they're going to end up with the security and all kinds of things.
Mm.
And I think that could be a ploy arranged between King Charles and Trump, because that would be the perfect way to get Harry out of the United States. If he's kicked out, he has no choice but to go back to the UK.
Mm.
That could be a ploy that they decide, you know what, we're going to help you because this, it's like an intervention, but but in a big way, using the law. He broke the law. He go back to the UK. See if we can, time apart, and this will test whether Meghan Markle still loves him or not. And the thing is that if Harry is kicked out and he's forced to be in the United Kingdom away from his children, if he has any, by law, if he can't go into the United States, the judge has to allow the children to go visit him in the United Kingdom. Meghan can't stop it. We're gonna see Kelly Rutherford again, the girl from Melrose Place, who played a character called Meghan that she tried to when she was divorcing her husband, who was also a foreigner. She got him kicked out of the country, claiming something illegal. But of course, she claimed she didn't know anything about it. And the guy, when he went to a trip in Paris and he tried to return, they said that he couldn't return because of the ex laws and he had violated certain terms of his visa. So he was kicked out. So the judge, because by law, the children have a right to see both parents. The children were so young. The judge said they're going to spend time over there. And then he ended up getting full custody.
I mean, it's going to be very challenging if that's the case, isn't it? Going
For
back and forth
Meghan,
and doing that for both of
for
them.
Meghan. For Harry, it'll be like nothing happened because people are going to be so happy that their little cheeky prince is back. It's that evil
I
Meghan.
don't think they will be that
Yes,
happy
there will
though.
be. I see this all
I
the
d
time.
I
I
don't
see this
think
all the time.
I think it's gonna take a lot for anyone to forget what's happened. It's gonna take years of
Everybody's going to blame
recovery.
Meghan that she was evil because Buckingham Palace is going to go into full PR mode, reconstructing Harry's image as
Yes,
the
but
victim.
we've
As
seen him,
this.
unfortunately, we've already seen him now
No,
in his
no,
true
every
colors.
people are still, that people are still blaming him. People are, I hear royal reporters saying, "Oh, if he comes back because when he wasn't with her, everything fell apart with Meghan."
But we've seen him in his natural habitat, how he really is, how he really behaves. His gloomy,
That's my
moody,
prediction. That's my prediction. I see
arrogant.
Harry back in the UK. I see that Meghan is going to say that she's not going to go back to the UK because of security, because she has said that security, and she's not going to get the security she wants, and therefore she's not going to go and follow Harry. So she's going to end up divorcing. She's going to try to blame the evil royal family, and that's not going to work because everybody knows that's not the case. Uh, yeah,
Well, I mean, I'd like to think people don't have short memories. I think that he's clearly shown who he is and his true colors. I
Victoria,
mean,
Victoria,
I
Victoria.
get what you're saying, and I think there will be a massive PR spin if he does come back here. And unfortunately, he's going to be back on the payroll with
You know what's going
Daddy.
to be the most terrible part of it all? You want to know
Mm.
what the most terrible part of it all? They're going to use Princess Catherine to show up in events with him to build back
Ah.
his image. And because she's such dutiful, she's such an amazing woman who has clear loyalties, she will do it.
Is this inside knowledge, Paula, or is this what you're anticipating?
Well, no, I'm just giving predictions. That's my prediction. That's what I'm
Your
saying.
prediction. Anything is possible. I do believe that, and I don't think their marriage is going to last
I do know
forever.
something. I do know something. I was talking to
Oh,
people about it.
exclusive
Um,
scoop. Are we
you
going
know
to
that
hit us
sex
with a
tape?
scoop?
You know Megan's sex tape?
She's got a sex tape.
You clearly don't watch my videos. I
I
interviewed
don't. I'm at work all day, Paula. I can't watch
I
every
I
video you put
interviewed
out.
Kevin Blatt about a year ago. Kevin Blatt is a Hollywood fixer. He leaked Paris Hilton's sex tape,
Yeah.
and then Chris Jenner went to him and then Paris Hilton sued him, and she won. And he was and he and she won 20. He was supposed to pay her 20 million, but clearly he doesn't have 20 million. So and then Chris Jenner came to him one with the tape asking him to
Right.
do the same. But then he said, I looked at the tape and it wasn't that. But by the time he kind of made up his mind, she had already gone to the guy that ended up leaking the tape, right? So this is how we know that Kris Jenner is full of shite when she
Oh, we
says
know
that
that
she,
was constructed. We know that was
yeah.
constructed. Yeah.
And then I did an interview because he, in 2016, was offered a sex tape. He didn't even know who she was. It was some businesswoman, a very well connected businesswoman from Toronto, reached out to him with this tape and sent him the tape that Megan had done in Florida with a videographer, with a guy photographer, videographer, and they recorded it. And Megan told the guy to delete it, but the guy didn't delete it. And she sent this guy was trying to impress because Megan by then was on the news about Prince Harry. So he sent her the tape saying, "Look who I've been with." And then this woman thought, "Okay, I'm gonna contact this guy who's Kevin Blatt," and he saw the entire tape. He had still shots and everything, and then he did videos about it. I interviewed him, and he said, "Yeah." And she did this tape around 2012 because it had to be after 2012 because in the tape she's wearing the Cartier tank watch that she had bought for herself. And we know that she bought it for herself. I think it was sometime in June 2012 when Suits was picked up for the second season. She even did an interview about it, saying that she treated herself from Meghan to Meghan. She engraved it. So in the sex tape,
She
she's wearing
engraved
that
it to
cardigan.
Meghan from Meghan.
But look. Apparently, so the photographer was really freaking out. Reached out to him and he said, delete it, please delete it because I've been contacted. And then, of course, the tape never saw the light of day. Well, it seems that that tape might see the light of day. And it is so
No.
bad. I mean, he said because Kevin handles adult entertainers videos, and he says, Paula, it's so boring. I mean, she's disgusting. The things that she does, I don't even think that my adult entertainers do. But she is so boring to watch. I don't even get excited. But she does the most filthiest things ever. So, but apparently that's in the market. Is hitting the market.
What?
And
What?
I mean, when I say this is that they want to leak it because it never went away. Once, and you know that once it's leaked on the internet, all you need is one person to download it and it never goes away.
Well, of course. But I mean, how is this going to be leaked? I mean, how is there not any kind of red tape
On
around this
YouTube,
one?
well, the same thing as before when Paris Hilton, I don't know how they leaked it, but nowadays, please, you can leak that. I mean,
I mean,
you can.
are they doing this? Is this something that Harry and Meghan have planned? But
No,
what?
no,
No.
no. This is
Okay.
this is people trying to sell the tape now. But there's very little interest because even the ones that have seen it, she's not that famous. Maybe they would have gotten a lot of money when she was in the good graces with the royal family and in 2021 when they got there or 2020 when they were still highly popular. But now, meh. And the thing is that she's so bad at it. It's not that she's good in bed or anything like that. It's just that she does anything and everything, if you know what I mean. But it's not that she's good in bed because he says she doesn't even look that sexy. She just looks filthy.
Is she doing no, what's she doing? Is she doing everything in all holes?
She's eating salad. That's what the guy told me, and I had to look it up what it meant,
Eating salad.
which means eating the guy up, but not in the front. And he said she was really enjoying it. And that, I mean, I almost threw up a little bit on my mouth. I had never heard of that term. When he said it to me, I had to Google it, and I was asking Megan's mole is actually the one who told me what it was. And I'm
She's
like,
not. Who's the guy that she's eating the bum bum?
let me show you. I think I'm going to show you the video, just a little bit of
Did
the
she
video.
get sweet corn in that salad?
Let me show you this one here. I have Kevin Blatt. I just want to show you here. I'm going to get to the part where I'm there with him. Details where. Wait, I'm going to just show you 1 second. Wait, just 1 second. Okay, I'm going to. Wait 1 second.
Oh, Claudia Salas says,
Wait.
don't knock it until you
Wait,
try
wait,
it.
wait.
I mean, I suppose you've got
I'm
to
going
do
to show you this. Okay, I'm going to show you this video. Wait.
It's got to be clean though. You can't be having any kind of, all day working bottom in your mouth. That's a bit disgusting, isn't it? Ugh. Right. Okay.
Is this supporting role? Oh shit! And it's filmed in Toronto. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's gotta be the wrong one. And why are they being racist toward this woman? Because to me, she looked white. So I thought she was Italian or something like that. And I heard that she had a sex tape. There was a sex tape about her around, and for some reason, when she started dating Harry, everybody was scared to call her out on it. Everybody, and I mean, people were getting threatened, and I was wondering what kind of power does this woman have? If it's first, number one, if there was a sex tape about her, if you were contacted,
Wait. Let's get rid of the word if.
Okay.
There was a sex tape.
Oh,
and
shit.
It was shopped to me, and I saw it, and I know
Oh,
it
you
was her.
saw it.
Oh yeah, but there wasn't a sex tape. There was a sex tape made way way before Harry, like probably about 10 or 11 years.
So it has nothing to do with Harry. Just clarify
Nothing.
because people think
Zero to do with Harry. Zero. The sex tape that I was shown, and it was attempted to be sold to me from a woman in Toronto who had this tape.
when was that? What year was that?
I'm going to say here.
Oh shit. I mean, if that gets released, that is going to be mental. I mean, I can't even.
Claudia Salas is here. Claudia, I wanted to thank you. I thanked you before, but thanks to you, I was able to have the ladies' lunch yesterday for the shelter. So thank you very much for all of that, Claudia. Your help was amazing.
She says don't knock it until you try it regarding the salad eating.
No, but go watch
They've
that video,
got to
guys.
be
It's
clean. They've got to be clean, guys. We've got to
I
be
know,
having
even if they were
baths
clean. Sorry,
first
I would never do
before
that.
we and showers before
No.
before you. Yes, sorry, I'm.
But go watch
we
that interview. It's the interview with Kevin Blatt. Just go to my channel and look for Kevin Blatt, Paula M, and you'll get the interview. It's there.
So why is it all of a sudden coming out now?
Because I guess she doesn't have the power she had anymore. She's completely gone down, and people don't care about her anymore. They're not afraid of her anymore. And the royal family, I don't think they know the royal family is protecting her anymore.
Very damaging for them and their whole.
Not for them. Why would it be damaging for them? It would be damaging for Meghan Markle, not for them.
I think it just has a knock-on effect. She's an embarrassment for the whole family, really.
First of all, it would show how open-minded they were to allow this woman in the royal family in spite of everything, and how she paid them back.
Yes, but you have to remember who really marries who. I mean, not any normal Joe Blogs has a sex tape. No one has. I don't have a sex tape. Do you have a sex tape, Paula?
No.
He's married someone with a sex tape that is going to be released.
The only one that's around.
Oh my god! I mean, it's really low bar of them to even have entertained her in the first place and allowed her into the fold, because she's got so many skeletons in her closet. They're falling out by this point. And what are they going to do if this comes out? I mean, how is this going to be managed?
Well, that's going to be up to her.
I mean, Harry's going to be even
She's
more.
Probably going to try and say,
"That's
not me. That's not me." But it is her. It is.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, who was the guy? Did they say? Sorry, I didn't catch the guy that she was.
I know who it is, but I'm not at liberty of saying.
Oh,
but
okay.
She's somebody. It was filmed in Florida. They were apparently high on, because she was heavily doing stuff too.
Oh god. And it's someone that we know that's in the media.
No, the guy, no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is how low class Meghan Markle was. She couldn't even hook up with a famous photographer, videographer. I mean, what was she doing in Florida? And this is in 2012, guys, at the height of Diddy.
This is why and this is one of my sources says there is a connection, but there's so little evidence as of yet that I feel like have to break all of that information when that's there.
Yep. So it's terrible. Yeah. It's terrible. I mean, so yeah, but what happened in 2012? Why was this woman traveling to Florida? I found out about it because during that interview, Kevin said that she was in Florida with his videographer, not in LA. She flew from Toronto to Florida in 2012. If she was at the height of, this is at the height of the popularity of Suits, and she was making, according to people, 50,000, why would she need to do that?
I think that everybody has a price and money. You know, it's being accustomed to a lifestyle. She still wants more. People always want more.
We're accustomed to what lifestyle? She was rented a little house by Suits. I know the street it's okay, but it was a little really tiny house. What lifestyle? She was living
Mm,
better
I
with
think she
Trevor
wanted
Engelson. She had a
to.
much nicer house. Trevor Engelson had a
It's
much nicer house.
it's about rubbing shoulders with
Her
people that are high.
clients had big places.
Mm. Yes, but doesn't she want to elevate herself? That's always been the game plan. So, whatever amount of money that she was making, she wouldn't have been happy with. She would have wanted to
You know what's the
continue to
narrative that
grow
she's
her
putting out
wealth
there? You
and
know what?
her prestige.
You know what's
Go
the
on.
narrative she's putting out there? That she never
Mm.
wanted that 14-bedroom mansion or 16-bedroom mansion or 14-bedroom mansion with 16 bathrooms.
And why did she not want that? Was that not
Because
enough
it was Harry who
bathroom?
wanted it, not her. Because of course, the greedy one here is Harry. Their press is at complete odds, to tell you the truth. Why didn't they put a picture of them now,
Mm.
together? Because they're not together. There's
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes. Or you talk about the Christmas cards, the pictures.
Oh, why not put
Yeah,
a
I
picture
mean
of it
it's
too?
yeah, it's not, and like I said, it doesn't evoke the Christmas spirit. It's not
No,
doesn't
I mean, they
bring
could
an
have done
essence
something very
of
professional.
festivities around it. Yes,
They
it's
could
not
have done
yeah.
something very professional showing
Yeah.
the Parents Network, but they didn't show the Parents Network, which is pretty much the only thing, or Invictus or anything like that.
Mm.
Thanking all those people who contribute. No, it was them on those vanity trips that they took.
Yeah, these are really old and staged photos, and yeah, I do think there are cracks in that relationship. And I mean, is there kind of are they aware that this tape's going to be leaked? Are they prepared for it?
Well, I don't think Harry's talking to her, so but I don't know if she knows. I'm just telling you what I know.
Well, she will if she watches this anyway. But that's interesting. So, what month do you think that's going to be released?
I don't know. They're trying to get a buyer. They haven't been able to buy, and nobody's interested because when they watch it, it's not even sexy. It's just filthy.
Well, it what it does is degrade her character slightly.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
mean,
is that
this is going to just tarnish her even more so
yeah,
than.
but the thing is that I mean, Paris Hilton was Paris Hilton. You know what I mean? Meghan Markle, the only way she has to go is even lower.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be doing fighting boxing again, like Octomom, and stuff like that.
Well, her Netflix show's dropped completely now, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's no longer.
and
Yeah.
Netflix canceled the next Invictus show for Harry.
Ah, well, there you go. Yeah, everything is falling apart around them, and I think this will just be the icing on the cake or the nail in the coffin if this sex tape does come out, because I don't think there's any coming back from that. Really, is there? That you can't. This isn't really a life that she can run away from, that she's lived. It's always going to come back and haunt her, and it looks like it's going to.
Yeah.
But we're going to wrap it up for tonight, Paula.
Yeah.
We've done a good hour, and thank you so much for joining me. I really
Oh
appreciate
my
it.
God.
You know
And
what
I'll
I'm
see you
like, the
guys
last
later.
minute
I'll see you
lady.
guys later. We're gonna have like a 20 minutes
Yeah,
just to say thank you to
on
you
your
guys.
channel. And guys in the chat, do you know what? I love you guys. I really appreciate you joining me every time I do a live. You're here, you're in the side chat, you're supporting me. I've grown with you, and I appreciate every second I've spent with you. I love you lots. Have a really Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll be back in full swing as of after Boxing Day, the day after recovering time.
Thanks
I
for
love you
having me,
guys, and I'll see you
Victoria.
later. Good night and God bless. Merry Christmas, everybody. Enjoy.
Merry
Love you lots.
Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.